It's not gonna be pretty, but we don't need it to be
I don't
pretty.
care.
It's gonna be ugly.
I don't care.
Welcome to Pre-Wrap episode 8.
Episode 8.
Yeah.
We're pissed off today. We're
Yeah.
angry, I would say.
I would say.
Yeah, usually we do women's basketball, college, and pro, but today we wanted to do an episode just about sexism and misogyny in women's sports.
Yeah.
And I also think that the reason this is relevant to women's basketball is because it's something that I think this league is, the W at least, is like finally, it's like finally like kind of like edging over this like hump, but
The last obstacle is like massive, I feel like, in this
Exactly.
in the CBA agreement.
Exactly. And when it comes to newer leagues popping up, like newer women's leagues like the PWHL, like it's like deja vu. It's like seeing the same cycle over and over again. And
so
it's just
tiresome.
You
Yeah.
saw it with the women's, like the U.S. women's national team for the women's
Yeah.
soccer team. Like they had to get over this huge hump to get equal pay, and like
Right.
it was denied for so long by the U.S. Soccer Federation. So every league is gonna hit the obstacle and like hit that timing, and this is where it is for the WNBA right now.
Right. But it also is frustrating. Oh my gosh, we need and we're not even into our whatever. But it's also frustrating because I feel like everything that a women's league faces, I feel like so many people say like, oh yeah, this is like what the NBA, this is what happened to them like in the 30s or like when in the Larry Bird, Michael Jordan era, like this is what they had to do too. And it's like, yes, and it's like, it's just compounded by like how horrible the conversation is around it.
Yeah.
Because it's like compounded by all the people who like have horrible takes and like can't separate the fact that this is a woman doing something that they can only imagine a man doing.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I think it's also frustrating because, especially after the events this week, it feels like no matter how much progress we make, there's still something that happens that feels like it has set us back so far.
Yeah,
that
or overshadows
yes,
the
or takes
accomplishments of the
over.
women.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's like something happens, or like there's some reminder where it's like, well, like
And you're
it's
a woman.
always going
It's
to be
like-
a little bit shorter
Right,
than
right.
that of a man. And that's, I
Right.
think, what really pissed us off this week, which I feel like can maybe get us into
Yeah,
our
take us
first
in what
topic.
everyone knows what happened.
Yeah, it's
Of
not like
course.
we're
Give us a...
Okay, I would love it. It would be an honor to give the rundown without screaming, but maybe my voice will be raised. Yeah, I feel like unless you live under a rock or you're like the woe and you like are refusing to acknowledge it, most people know that on Sunday this past week, when the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team won their first gold medal since 1980, mind you, over Canada. Huge celebration. They're celebrating in the locker room. All of a sudden, this video leaks, and we see that the FBI director, Kash Patel, is crushing beers with them in the locker room, wearing players' gold medals, screaming, and which already, I mean, we'll get to that, is crazy, in my opinion. And he gets Donald Trump on the phone to congratulate the men's team, and he's congratulating them. He's inviting them to the White House. And then the big controversy comes out where he says, I must say we're going to have to invite the women's team. You do know that, right? And then you hear like this cacophony of laughter from the men's team. Yeah,
Not
right.
definitely.
Laughing like the fucking hyenas about it. And then he goes on to say that if he didn't, he would be impeached. And if you didn't know, the women's team won an Olympic gold medal against Canada as well the day before.
if you didn't know.
So that's the video that leaked, and people were very upset about it. Yeah, I mean, it speaks, I feel like, and I feel like we all feel like it's that alone speaks for itself, but I feel like a lot of people aren't understanding why this was so offensive, or we're like,
Right.
oh, this was just a joke.
It's locker room talk.
Right, exactly. It's locker room talk, things like that, and nobody on the men's team has really taken accountability. The Hughes brothers, one of which, Jack Hughes, who scored the game-winning goal, has repeatedly defended the statement saying that, why does everything have to be so political? Like, we got caught up in the heat of the moment, things like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll weave in and out, but initial thoughts and reactions from you guys.
First of all, I woke up and I watched, and not the whole thing, mind you, it was way too early, but I watched like the third period and the overtime. I was happy when they won.
Yeah.
Duh, because I'm cheering for them. I watched the women, like I was excited, 2 gold medals. I was like, yay, like this is so fun, this is so exciting. I love the Olympics. Then it just feels like you feel like dumb or like stupid. I'm like, wow, like I was cheering for these people and they don't respect women at all. Like they don't. I can't. Like,
I think the thing that has been most confusing for me is that I feel like people are not getting what
the problem
is. What is so frustrating. There are multiple things that are frustrating about this for me. First is that, like, okay, and we have Jack Hughes' quote.
Mind you, his mom
is
a silver medalist for the U.S. Women's Olympic Hockey team.
Yes, she played on the national
team. Consults.
She's a player development coach currently for the
national team. Yeah. So this is like, he goes, people that cheered on that don't watch hockey, or people that cheered on that don't watch hockey, people that have politics on one side or the other side, and that's all both the men's team and the women's team care about. So he's basically saying, like...
First of all, don't speak for them, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
There are a lot of things that frustrate me about this. And the biggest thing is that, first of all, it seems like people don't realize why women in particular are so frustrated about this. It's not that we think that the men's team and the women's team aren't friends.
Right.
That is not what we...
It's because they're friends that makes it worse.
Like,
right.
the thing is that this is what we've all experienced
a million
times, which is that
every day in little ways.
We're friends with a man. We feel respected by him.
To your face.
Yeah.
And then we find out that there's a stupid joke made and he thinks it's funny.
Right.
That's what's...
Or he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Or
yes.
you laugh along because you're uncomfortable. Like,
right.
all of that is a problem.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, from my perspective, okay, I do get it. Like, you just won a gold medal at the Olympics. This is, like, the crowning achievement of international sports. It's like, you're in the locker room, okay, like, let's say I'm on the team, I don't, like, love Trump, but I don't have that much many opinions on him. Cash Patel's in the locker room, he calls the president on the phone, okay, like, here I am, he makes a joke, what am I supposed to do? Like, the president's making a joke.
I mean, don't laugh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
But apologize.
If I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, okay, fine. The problem is that after the fact, you double down. And also, the thing that is making me so fucking... Whatever. The thing that's making me so fucking mad about the doubling down is that the insistence that everybody else are the ones making this political.
Yeah.
If you
and
are
speaking
hanging
on the women's behalf on it too.
If you are hanging out with the director of the FBI, if your families aren't in the locker room after your win, and the director of the FBI is,
it's entirely
we
political.
are not making it political. You made it political when you invited him in and decided to chug beers.
Yes.
It's just embarrassing.
It's such loser behavior. The other thing that makes me so mad about the doubling down is, like, Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes, a lot of the players being like, the women know how much we support them, we went to their game, like, we eat together in the cafeteria, all of this stuff of, like, our show of public support, and it's like, your public support does not negate your sexism. Your sexism that you showed in that locker room negates all of that public support.
Right.
Just because you go to the game and you show up and cheer them on doesn't mean that you can go in the locker room and laugh at them and, like, that cancels that out.
Yeah.
Like, apologize for what you did. If you got caught up in the heat of the moment, like you said, okay, I still think that that's entirely fucked up and you need to stand up against that, but to double down on it and to say, like, oh, well, we did these things, so we're not sexist. It doesn't make what happened not inherently
sexist. It's also,
sexist.
like, worse because you genuinely think that, like, do they think that they respect these women?
Right.
Just because they're, like, friends with them? Like, you don't even know how deeply, like, your, maybe not, like, outward hatred of women and what you say, like, what you think you're saying and how you think you're hanging out with them, but like you deep down do not respect women clearly, and
Right.
like, they don't even
Like
realize
if you
that.
only respect people when they're in the same room as you, then
That's
you don't
not
respect them.
That's not
Yeah.
respect. And also just, I mean, looking at it from a stats perspective and from like just an objective view of it, like these women achieved the exact same thing as you with less support,
Right.
Yeah.
less resources,
Yeah.
and they did it better than you. Like Erin, I forget her last name, the goalie for the women's team let in as many goals as the men's team goalie did in that one game. Like she let in the same amount throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Right.
And he has the Presidential Medal of Freedom right now. Like, what are we talking about?
It's just
It's crazy.
I also am like I am sick and tired of this because I just feel like Trump does this all the time. It's like not a surprise that he's doing this.
Right.
So then why are the people who are like interacting with him who aren't involved in politics, who are on like a
Yeah,
hockey
later wearing
team,
a MAGA hat, mind
Right.
you.
Right. It's like
Right.
why are you surprised that everyone is reacting like this?
Right.
It's like if you invite, I just can't get over this. Like this insistence that it's like it's not a political act to
Yes.
invite the director of the FBI, who everyone sees as a MAGA puppet,
Right.
into your locker room to celebrate your gold medal win, who is on a tax-paid trip to the Olympics. It's
That
like
pisses me off
it's-
so
it's
bad.
pretty
What
sad.
I want to know is why should sports like not be political when Cash Patel is in the
Right,
locker room?
that's
why
what I'm
should-
saying.
Why
to do
should
with
sports not
hockey.
be political when people are taking a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk? But all of a sudden, sports are political when like Colin Kaepernick takes a knee
Yeah.
on the
Right.
field, or like they're wearing shirts that are like "Pay us what you owe us" for the WNBA. Like what? Like it's actually
The
I feel like
hypocrisy
it's
is crazy.
crazy.
It's
Right, it just
crazy.
doesn't make any sense. And also like what's getting me fed up is it's like the only people who it seems to me some of the only people and maybe the largest proponents of sports aren't that political are players.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody else sees it as political,
Mhm.
clearly.
Mhm.
If oh my god, the NHL had a voluntary pride night that teams could participate in if they wanted, and other teams were so mad that they
Yes.
tried to ban the voluntary pride night.
Right.
So that's political, but you inviting the
Cash
director
Patel.
of and a certain administration's director of the FBI into your locker room isn't.
Right.
That makes no sense. You can't have it both ways.
Right.
No. And also, didn't Jack Hughes like defend Pride Night? This is why I don't.
Yes.
See,
This
that's
is
what I'm
what
saying too.
It's
And-
so
and I
disappointing.
think, like,
and
It's just disappointing because it's very obvious that, in particular, Jack Hughes and maybe Quinn, I don't know, he's been less vocal or has been asked less questions, or I've
Yeah.
seen less.
He's just doubled
interviews with
down,
him.
but not. Yeah, right. He hasn't
Right,
been
like,
coming out as much.
It's just very obvious that Jack Hughes, like, doesn't see.
doesn't get it. He doesn't.
Well,
he
these
doesn't-
men all have 10th grade educations. Like, I'm
Right.
sorry.
And I went to Boston
Yeah.
University. Like, I don't personally know the men's hockey team, but the way people at Boston University talk about the men's hockey, I think we have like 5 or 6 players who were at this Olympics, like who are BU grads or at least went to BU for a year. Like, I have personally been in rooms and heard conversations about the men's hockey culture. Like, it's like you guys don't. The synapses are not like it's not something's not clicking. Like
Right.
you just can't have it both ways.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you just can't.
No. But
So then they go to the White House.
right. Well, then they go to the White House. They're like eating McDonald's. This is all the same day, by the way, that the report comes out that there are Epstein files that are claiming that Trump has raped a child. By the way, this is the same day, and it's also the same day as the State of the Union, which is apparently not political at all.
Yeah.
The most political event in the world.
It's just him
Longest-
like hyping
also-
himself up for an hour and 45
It's
minutes.
him
or however long.
hyping himself up and then claiming that his opposing political party are trying to ruin the country. For it, by the way, this was the longest State of the Union
Ever.
address in American history,
Right.
and he beat his previous record
Just, like,
from the year
surprised-
before.
Yes,
the
yes.
year before was the longest State of the Union.
Right. Right.
So it's just like he's rambling for
Well, and
like
it's
an
also
hour, over
he
an
wants
hour.
them there to celebrate himself. He doesn't want to celebrate
He's using
them.
their win
He's
as like
using them as a
it
prop.
reflects his like anything about him.
Achievement.
Yeah.
That's also what's so embarrassing about it. It's like you don't see that you're being used as a political prop right now.
No.
Well, and it's also just like, I mean, hopefully most people see, like, this gold medal will have an asterisk next to it
Right.
for the rest of their
Yeah.
lives because of this. Like that comment aside, like, even going to the White House and, like, hanging out with this pedophile, like, that is what people are going to remember about this gold medal
Right.
win,
Yeah.
which is crazy. So, also, on Monday, the day before the men's team went, the women very politely declined to go to the White House. And they put out, like, a very nice statement being like, due to academic and other professional obligations, we won't be there. And then the next day, they accepted an invitation from rapper Flavor Flav to celebrate in Vegas, and now he's expanding it to not just the U.S. Women's team, but to all like Olympic and Paralympic U.S. gold medal winners from the Olympics, which is awesome. And they have backing from like Alaska Airlines, StubHub, Lyft to throw like this awesome party for them in Vegas, which is super cool.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I will say like that type of support, all of the like outrage on social media, like I feel like I've seen people are so like deeply offended and by this situation.
Right.
And like in the midst of like this super bleak reminder that people just don't respect women, I feel like it kind of does reflect just like the growth of women's sports in general, like
Totally.
Flavor Flav wanting to fly them out, like everyone up in arms for them and like defending them, like broadly speaking, I feel like is kind of like a hopeful, like little sliver of light in
People
this
pulling
dark
out good
chasm.
stats where it was like 8 of the 12 gold medals are women. Like women received more primetime coverage during the Olympics. The WNBA averages more viewers than the NHL. I'm trying to think what else.
Like,
Angel Reese has more followers combined than any of the like players on the
Yes.
Olympic men's hockey team.
The
She's
entire
more Instagram
men's
followers
Olympic hockey team has less followers
Angel.
than
Angel Reese.
Like, what are we talking about right now?
Like, it's just like you can't. But that's what's so ridiculous. It's like we can do all that
Everything.
and we're still the punchline of a
Yeah,
joke.
Right.
Yeah, they're literally
In
the joke
your
is just
celebration.
like
That's what's so mad. We're
It's like,
still
why
the
are we being
punchline
talked
in
about
your.
right now?
Why
Keep
are
us
you
out of
talking
your
about
mouths.
us?
They're
Yeah,
mad.
we want a
They're
gold
Why are you
medal.
talking about us? Oh my gosh.
And
like,
that's the
we're
other
so
thing.
bothered.
That brings up a good point too, where the women's team captain Hillary Knight talked at a press conference yesterday with the Seattle Torrent, like her PWHL team, and she said it's a great teaching point to really shed light on how women should be championed for their amazing feats. And now I have to sit in front of you and explain someone else's behavior. It's not my responsibility, which is a great point. Like it's like it's obviously like we can sit here and be super upset on their behalf, but at the end of the day, it's tough because it's like even us talking about this, and of course we're pissed off as women, takes away from the fact that they did this amazing thing, and now like this amazing lifetime achievement that can never be taken away will have to also like be asterisked in some way because this is what happened the day after.
Yeah.
Right.
Dragged
It's
down
just like,
by men, per usual.
Literally.
Always.
honestly.
Oh
Can
my
we
God.
please talk about Ellen Hughes?
Yes.
Can we please?
Yes.
When I saw her statement,
It's like
I
so
just was
disappointing.
really
I had
disappointed.
disappointed she was gonna do something. Like I thought that she was gonna stand up.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
gonna lie.
again,
That
it's
was
like
really
with him,
disappointing.
Jack Hughes, like being like supportive of like the Pride Night and like
right.
not being like super. He's not like the how do you even say their name? I don't know, Kachuk brothers. He's not like where they're like mega Trumpy
Right.
outwardly. Like
Well, the
those
pride
brothers-
comment made me feel like he wasn't.
No, that's what I'm
Also,
thinking.
I thought he was dating Tate McRae.
Right. I also thought this. All these things don't
I
point towards
tweeted, I
Trump.
hope that Tate McRae dumps Jack Hughes in a violent fashion.
Yeah, like,
on Monday.
No, this is it goes back to us like where I think maybe it's just not clicking to him like that he's
How
being
that's
political, which I
is.
don't know how that's possible.
Right.
That's
But yeah,
like that
it's
just
Ellen.
goes back to my point. It's
Yeah.
like this insistence that it's not political is so ridiculous when you cannot. I know I keep saying it, but it's like the only person who was in that locker room who wasn't a part of the win was Cash fucking Patel.
Cash
Crazy.
Patel, who by the way, okay, we'll go back to Ellen Hughes, but like Cash Patel is such a loser.
But
When I was watching that video, I was like,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't even watch
First of all,
this.
he's there on a taxpayer paid vacation to the Olympics for some reason. It's like,
Well, he was there to scope things out for LA 2020.
Naturally.
okay, but like, why is that the
That's
FBI director's responsibility?
He loves hockey. I think Cashbill loves hockey.
Okay, and
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a personal
but
vacation
also,
for him.
this is what I'm saying. Like, why is he in the locker room? How many ice minutes did you log, Cash Patel?
He's
why
like
are
someone who
It's
was
so
bullied maybe by like athletes. Now he thinks
That's
he's
what
so
I'm
cool.
saying. It's
Like both of them, him and
It's
Trump.
so obvious that he got made fun of his entire life by guys like this. Then he walked into that locker room
like,
and said, "I'm gonna
one of
prove
you."
myself."
Did you see the comments that he made like a while ago, being like talking about how messed up it is for like somebody to use like taxpayer dollars to like take like to fly around the world?
I mean,
Everything
they
they do is
all
just
say
hypocrisy.
that,
It's just
but it's
hypocritical.
just like
like
it's
checks
just
out.
like, why are you literally slamming beers
Yes.
with?
Why are you wearing the medal? You didn't.
Him wearing the medal was disturbing.
Take that off.
It's so like we have to remember like the dark ages that we live in. Like this would never have happened 10 years ago.
No!
And if it did,
It wouldn't
Like,
have
Obama
happened.
would have been
It would have happened
killed
2 years
for it.
ago, before Trump got back in office.
You would have been fired immediately. Fired.
It's just, it's so ludicrous. It's like, why are you here? It's like they have to, and by they I mean like this administration, it's like they have to co-opt
everything.
everything and
And
make it
ruin
about
it.
them. And
Literally.
make it about them.
Yeah. Also, like, taint it. Like, ruin it. Like, again, like, I watched it and I was like, yay, okay.
Right.
It's over. I can't even be happy anymore for
Right.
these people.
It's like, and I just like, why are you there? You're so, it's so obvious that you're like trying to prove how cool you are to these
Yeah.
guys by
It's
like
also-
drinking Michelob Ultras.
it's also just that administration,
Really?
like,
What?
wanting to, like, get, like, the Trump administration, especially this term, has been so, like, ingraining itself in sports, because sports is obviously, like, just, like, the fabric of, like, American culture. They're in, like, everything. Like, they have
And see, and that's the thing too. It's like their whole thing. The first thing that Trump did when he got back in office was protect
women.
women's sports. quote
You
unquote.
well, yeah, that's
care about
that's a
women.
whole other thing.
So, but
That's-
it's so related because if this
No,
is
I know.
because
Yeah.
if this is what he's saying,
I'm
he's
like
going
Riley
to do,
Gaines, where you at?
I know, like.
She
Where's Riley Gaines at the Olympics? Where's she
Where's she
watching
after this
the
comment?
gold?
She said, oh my god, I don't even remember what she said. It was something, and then it was something stupid.
Tell us about Ellen Hughes. Tell us how you.
Yeah, let's
really
talk about
feel.
Ellen Hughes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ellen Hughes has an interview with NBC, right? Or is it
Yeah, I think it was NBC.
NBC?
Mhm.
NBC was during the Olympics, so that would check out.
So she has an interview and she says, quote, "If you could see what we see from the inside, and the men and the women sharing, dorm rooms and hall rooms and flex floors and camaraderie and this synergy, and the way the women cheered on the men and the way the men cheered on the women, that's what it's all about. And all the other things they cannot control. They care about humanity, they care about unity, and they care about the country." Which is a very, like, PR'd way of being like, we all really like each other.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
So
you
this
think.
doesn't matter.
I was so disappointed when
It's
I
so
heard that.
disappointing. I was no.
I think
this is why
even
her sons are like that.
For the
Both sons.
women's team too, like I think it's all just like PR because U.S.
Right.
hockey
Yeah.
is,
Yeah,
well,
of
you know,
course.
they have to look
Right.
like a unified front,
Yeah.
even though you can tell like certain women are liking certain, like Layla Edwards liked that Tina Fey quote that was like,
Right.
you can tell how smart people are based on what they laugh at. So
Yeah.
Right.
you can tell that people feel a certain way, but as
course.
far as like
Public.
public view and things like that and the PR spin on it, like the U.S. women's team is it's like how like the WNBA is like the under the NBA, you know,
Right.
like it's like they're one front. So it's as much as you want to see people speak out about it. I mean, Ellen Hughes feels worse to me because she literally played for the women's
Yeah.
team, and those are her sons.
It's her sons, and you know that she's experienced like this on
Yeah.
both sides,
Right.
which is what makes it so frustrating. I think she has like 2 sons on the Olympic team, 3
One in
sons
the-
playing in the
in the
NHL.
Right.
So it's like, it's just frustrating to, and I know that she works for them, but like, okay, for example, like in the W, which we all watch all the time and like talk about all the time, like there's so many women's players who call the NBA the MNBA, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, that we all know that's like a funny but like subtle dig.
Yeah.
And it's not like the NBA.
It's
like,
a dig that just like makes them equal.
Right.
Like,
it's a dig, but I'm like, it's also just the truth.
Yeah,
Right,
it is the truth. Like, it just
as
makes
long as
them
the
equal.
NBA is the NBA, like that is sexist.
Right.
Like
Inherently.
Yeah.
right.
And so like, or like the NHL versus like the PWHL. It's like we always have to put women in the
Bruh.
title just so people know.
Right,
how,
because they may not want to watch.
they
once
may
they
not
find
want to
out.
watch once they see it. But I just,
Yeah.
it's like so frustrating to see this from Ellen Hughes, like for me, because I'm like, look, I know these are your sons, but like that makes it all the more important
It
for
was
you
just
to
such a
be
Raise
like,
them. Yeah.
It was a missed
Yeah,
opportunity.
it was just a
I feel
missed
like, to
opportunity.
really, like do something.
to do any PR work for this at all.
They're clearly just not clocking what I don't know like
There's
what's going
no
on. There's no
PR
critical
training
thought also happening with the situation.
all.
Like I think they're thinking about this on the most basic level like
Where it's like,
possible.
we don't want to seem like we're at odds.
Yeah.
We don't want to put U.S. hockey at odds with one another.
Yeah.
Right.
I also
Which, I was just gonna say it's fascinating because, I mean, you have to wonder like what would have happened if this same situation, not that it ever would because U.S. men's soccer sucks,
Yeah.
but like if this same thing had happened in like 2016 with like Megan Rapinoe and that era of
Right.
soccer where she was like, I'm not going to the fucking White House.
Right.
No, like
Dude,
I
yeah.
wonder what they would have said in response to their men's team. So you have to wonder in like the Trump era and I don't know, like how it would have been handled differently.
Yeah, also just on the topic of like mothers, I feel like people that are like angry about this have been talking like how people like they came from women, like
Yes.
they have sisters, they have
Right.
you know, whatever. I'm like, ew, to be honest, like I get where those people are coming from, but also like it doesn't even matter. Like you don't have to be like
That's never
connected
stopped
to
a
a
man
woman?
before.
yeah, and you don't have to be connected to a woman to like
To
respect them.
understand,
Like you
yeah,
you
right.
have to respect women
And
because you
it's
have a
also,
mom.
like, that's
no,
very-
disrespect them.
That's
like,
also
what?
like part of the problem because it's
Yeah.
like I only respect women if they give birth. Like you
If
know,
they-
what
if I have a
We've done this
sister.
if
thing,
I
yeah.
have a connection
I
with
have-
them, or
Right.
that's somebody's mother. Okay,
That's just somebody,
and,
that's
like,
just somebody.
That's just a person.
Yes.
It's just a human being.
Right.
Like I hate that. Like I hate that.
It's
I've heard it
so-
all so often, and I
I
get
know,
what
it's
people are
just
trying to
like-
say, but
And
it's funny
it's
to
like
see the men like on Twitter that are like,
I
yeah,
have a
the-
mom.
Yeah, being like, okay, let me put this into terms for you. Imagine this, your sister works her whole life, practices, like, oh my guy, like, you're doing something, but it's
Yeah,
not
like,
It's like-
okay.
as good as it is.
You're so
it's
close.
also like why can you not identify with hard work when it's a girl doing it?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Nope.
Like
It's literally unfathomable.
Like I have no problem identifying with a man doing a lot of hard work. I
Yeah.
see that, I'm like, wow, it like makes me emotional. I see men win at the Olympics.
That's what I'm saying.
It makes
yeah.
me emotional.
Right.
Why is it just like after that initial first moment, there's like no follow through to be like, and I respect them enough to not make them the butt of the joke after they
Yeah.
won the biggest prize in international
Literally, they're
sports.
just a punchline,
Or to-
and just like literally just women.
Or
like,
to
it-
apologize even.
Right.
With no apology.
Apologize.
This could have been. This would not be as big as it is
No.
now if they had just been like, that was really bad of us. Like, I don't know any apology, and like, I'm sorry. I want to apologize. Any
Right.
type of genuine.
And that's
like,
what I'm saying
sincere
about
apology.
the Ellen Hughes thing too.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is so disheartening, and I feel like I don't even want to like extrapolate, but I'm going to extrapolate like this idea of like the boy mom
Yeah.
who like, you know, it's a woman, but like they love their boys more than anything else, and their
Yeah.
boys can do no wrong, and their boys make a mistake, but it's fine because it's their boys,
Yeah,
and it's like
your boys hate
that-
you.
like
So
that's how it feels.
They
Like
don't-
they
it
just don't
just
know. They don't
feels
respect
so like patronizing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like these are grown people and they can make decisions for themselves. It's like
Also, Ellen Hughes, I'm like, her saying that, I was like, no, like, it just gives a pass to them. They're
Right.
like, well, this medalist, incredible women's hockey player.
Respect
fine.
or not, too. Like, I'm like, maybe they do respect women.
Yeah.
But in that, like, one comment, what you're saying is what you did, even though it's the same thing, is not as good as what we did.
Yeah.
Because you are women.
Yeah. So it's like they respect women, but
When
they
it's
don't
convenient
like
for
they
them.
they like
It's also-
When it's
deeply they
convenient.
like deep
When
down
it's
they
easy to.
don't, yeah.
It's also
Which isn't
so
true respect.
indicative of this
Right.
like boys club culture that Trump has, which is like, yeah, we have women around, but
When
we'd
it's
really
when it's-
rather not. Like
Well,
that's what
he has
it's so annoying.
Exactly. He has women around once again, like when it's convenient to him, when it makes him look good, when they're of use to him.
Women that
Right.
only like
And
pander
also-
to him also like
Only that
Exactly.
pander
select-
them
and look
and
like
only
him.
that
Or
look like a
him.
blown up Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
we cannot forget this like weird beauty trend thing
Yeah.
of like the MAGA face where it's like you look at any woman that's in his administration, it's like 10 years ago versus now they have like
Oof.
a million more times lip filler, Botox, like
Yeah.
it's
because I have to adhere to his like weird
Right.
beauty standards.
so it's like this
This
eco
is me.
it's like this weird ecosystem
It's
where
creepy.
if you like don't fit this like very specific standard of what it means in Trump's world to be a woman, you're just like
Or
You're just, like,
worthless.
you just don't want them around and they're boring
Yes.
and they're gonna ruin the good
They're
times
disgusting.
because
yeah.
like their success is
Disgusting.
getting in the way of yours.
You know
It's-
what else I hate?
Yes.
All of these men like FaceTiming their daughters, holding up
Post,
their
yeah,
baby
posting with
girls,
their daughters after.
being like, "Look at these girl dads. Look at this." You know you're going to the White House to go visit a pedophile, right? You know that
Right.
you just laughed at like probably your daughter's dreams of what they want to do when
Yeah,
they grow up in
right.
the locker room. It actually gives me chills.
derogatory chills.
It sends a shiver down my spine.
like
It's
literally,
terrible.
it's I can't.
I just am,
Yeah.
it's just like so annoying. And I also think that's what makes me mad too. It's like you don't see these women as being buzzkill when you're hanging out with them in the cafeteria, but
In
you
private.
see them and you see it as buzzkill, or you're willing to laugh at the idea that they are buzzkill
Or
to
like
the president when he talks about inviting you to the White House. What do you think you're gonna be doing at the White House anyway?
yeah, or like
Like
when they start to be like when they're on your level and achieving the same thing as you / like mogging you, the women always outperform the men at the Olympics.
Yep.
Like then it's like, well, yeah, like let's make sure they're checked and
Yeah,
like
'cause
they're
they can't
make
be
sure
right in
they,
Right.
they
They
couldn't
can't be in
possibly on our
stride with
level.
us.
No.
And it's also
Gotta
like
knock them
you
down.
always see the stuff about like how well women's sports aren't as competitive because da 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 da. So like and the idea is like therefore it's not as much of an achievement.
Mind you, the WNBA is so competitive. There's only 12 roster spots on like
Right.
13 now 15 teams. It's
I'm
such a
getting
competitive
so
league.
upset.
It's just like
I
so.
need to calm down.
No, you
Oh
don't.
my God.
It's like no, you don't. This is ridiculous, and I think too like we should talk about what some of the women's players have said about this because we talked about what Hillary Knight said, and I feel like honestly hers has been the best response
It,
that I've
it
seen.
has been.
A lot have been in that PR.
Yes,
Right.
and I'm like, just okay, be free.
Right.
Be free, girl.
Unless they
Right,
don't
right.
care, but I'm like, how can that
It's
be
also
free?
like the next Olympics is in 4 years, so like
I
you
also
have to
liked.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's true.
But
I liked what Layla Edwards said too, and another one of the Wisconsin players of just focusing on if you can't say something bad about the men's
Right.
team, focusing on the fact that they don't want this to overshadow what they did,
Yeah.
which
Right.
is super fair. And what you liked about Hillary Knight's thing. Now I have to go and explain somebody else's behavior. That's not my responsibility to explain what Trump did. Let's
Right.
focus on like all the incredible things and the history that we made in this
Yeah.
Olympics.
I don't know, like I don't know enough about US hockey or I don't know enough about like the PWHL maybe to like actually have a developed opinion about like but I just like want someone to be like, yeah, that fucking sucked.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know. Like,
And it's
have
also
some
kind
outrage.
of like if the men can say this and have it not be
Yeah.
disrespectful, why can't the
Right.
women respond and have it not mean that they don't like dislike
the
them?
double standard's crazy.
Exactly.
They would get flamed.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
Like,
would get flamed.
What are
That's
we
exactly
talking
how I
about?
feel. It's just like this like I feel like they're gonna make a documentary about this like 20 years from now and they're all gonna be like, yeah, that was horrible and I felt totally disrespected and it's gonna be like, okay, now we're hearing this.
It reminds
Yeah.
me
It's
of
like-
when the women's team, the Spanish women's team won the World Cup and that guy kissed one of the
Yeah.
players, and then it was like, oh, it's not a big deal, and then like the more time passed, they realized it was a huge deal,
Right.
and he like got fired, and they made a documentary about it, and it was the same thing. It was supposed to be this amazing moment. You're on top of the
They won the
mountaintop,
World
and then all of a
Cup,
sudden,
right?
this man just like erases it in like a matter of 10 seconds.
It's like this is like what I was talking about in the beginning. It's like this happens again and again
Every day.
and again.
Guess
and
what?
Again.
It happened.
In
It happened
every
at Northwestern
sport.
on Monday morning, you guys, in one of my classes.
Yeah.
It happened 2 weeks ago when I was at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
it's just like so infuriating. It like never stops, and it's like we're having the same That's what's so frustrating. It's like we've been having this same conversation for like 50 years.
Yeah.
Since the 70s. So that's 50 years. We've been having this same conversation for 50 years.
It's also like as they grow, it's like it only gets worse.
Right.
It feels like.
Because it feels
Well, it
worse
feels
because
worse.
it's like
It feels
how
worse,
do you not know by
Yes.
now?
Or it's depressing because you're like, okay, like maybe like when they achieve this, maybe when they
Right.
achieve this,
Right.
it'll be done. But then you realize it will never be over.
Right, that's the thing. It's like we're watching. It's like I have this. Also, the thing that I sent to you guys. The men's team flew. Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. The men's team flew charter back from the Olympics. The women's team flew commercial.
Like, does that not speak for itself?
I
Like,
have
what more do
deja
you need to
vu.
say?
I have deja vu. It's like are we ever going to see a sports league that
Care about,
starts from the ground up with treating both teams the same? No.
No.
We literally
Oh,
I've
jealous.
never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
No.
Also, we should say the American women won 17 medals overall.
Mhm.
6 were gold. The men won 12 overall. 4 were gold. Like again, like
What are
how
we
much do
talking
you have to
about?
achieve
Right.
to be like recognized or like shown like a basic level of respect?
Right. And also if we're talking about hockey right now, it's like the women's team has medaled in every single Olympics that they
Yes.
have participated in, and they're flying commercial, and the men are flying charter?
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy. It's literally
It's
It
just
will
like,
never make
so
sense.
yeah.
I just have deja vu, and I'm so sick of it.
We're talking about what
As
we're
per
always
usual.
talking about, CBA negotiations, because everything's coming out every week. But we wanted to specifically highlight how just even the CBA negotiations themselves like hold a lot of misogyny and
Right.
sexism. And yeah, earlier this week it was announced that the league put out a deadline of March 10th to come to a deal to get to a new CBA agreement, or basically like at that point after that deadline, the season will be impacted.
Mhm.
And that's where we're at. And there were some like harsh reactions to that I think that were very warranted by some WNBA players. And yeah, just there were some comments too made by Adam Silver over All-Star Weekend that I found to be upsetting. And I just think like the nature of the CBA itself holds so much weight in terms of what it means for this specific women's sport.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are our thoughts?
Well, I will also say like okay, so it also was announced that the WNBA hit the
Yes,
net
that's a
revenue
big thing,
sharing
too.
threshold for the first time in history last
Right.
season. So
Right.
like there's money
Right.
being made, and then they gave
They wouldn't release the bank statement.
no right.
That's the problem
Yeah.
to me.
No
Yeah.
transparency.
Yes.
It's like so we know there's money, we just don't know how much, and the
And we don't
only
wanna show
and the
it to
only
you.
information that we will get is you telling us. The only person with the
Yeah.
information that what we're asking for is too much.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and listen, I understand to a certain point, and I feel like I've given the league the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
I
Maybe
know.
trying to.
like, you and I did
Yes.
a whole episode about like trying
Yes.
to see from the league's
It gets to a
perspective.
point, yeah.
But it gets to a point where it's like, if you really want to be seen as bargaining in good faith, you
Right.
have to be operating with the same amount of information.
Totally. Which I
Yes.
also thought it was shady when they wouldn't even like cite what league operations were when they were trying to give them like the net revenue instead of the gross. Like they can just in that like form of the agreement that they're trying to reach, you can make up whatever you want to be league operations and take as much as you want from the pie of what everyone owes. So this to me is like the same amount of the lack of transparency of being like, well, we're not going to show you the money. It's like, why should I trust you then?
Yeah.
Well, also, then who? Okay, I think it was Kia Stokes post. Yes, and then she. It was just like
so Kia Stokes reposted the news that the league was setting a deadline on Instagram with. This is an Instagram story, and she posts on that post with her typing out, quote, which is so crazy that the league refused to negotiate in good faith the last 18 months.
Right.
Now trying to speed shit up. You know what? We've been cussing up. Now trying to speed shit up, so we signed whatever. Right. End quote.
Like, I have something to say. I just feel like this is so... It makes me so angry. I mean, I think like Kia Stokes hit it perfectly on the head in tandem with the Adam Silver quote of he didn't want to put a deadline on it and was being super wishy-washy about it. And then him being like, well, you know, these things often tend to get done at the 11th hour. Yeah, because it's convenient for you, the league, who wants to see a season be played, to push it until the 11th hour and make them sign whatever they want to sign so that they don't lose out on money. But at this point, I think that the league and ESPN and all of these streaming services stand to lose more than the women do by striking. Because like they're going to lose out on money if they don't play, but I think like the impact that it's going to have and the legacy that it's going to have for future players in the league and for women's sports as a whole is so much more important.
Yes. I just feel like at this point, they lose...
They can't fold.
They lose more by making an agreement. Than they do by striking if they can't get what they want.
No, because
it sets a precedent.
It's the principle.
And it's, again, like Catherine said, like, it's the league stands to lose so much. And this Women's Sports Sundays, like...
Right.
I feel like they can afford to kind of withhold their talents and their whatever. And I don't know, I think if they fold, it's the next time it comes around, like... They don't have as much as
I think it's like thinking about, I mean, how I would feel. I'm curious to know how you guys would feel if, like, at the end of this, you find out that the players are taking like a net revenue, like, form of sharing. Like, how bummed would you be?
It would be so disappointing. But it's hard.
I'm gonna be honest. It's really hard for me. I feel like so double-sided about this because...
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah. The amount of money that the highest earners would make is money that I probably will never see in my lifetime.
Right.
And still, the way that these negotiations has proceeded and as closely as we've been following them, I don't, like... It's hard for me to sympathize with anybody who's making over $1 million a year. And also, like, this is... the way this has progressed since the beginning, and we've been following this for, like, 3 months? Like, 2 or 3 months now? Publicly for 3 months. Or publicly for 2 months.
Way longer, though.
Amongst ourselves for way longer. 6 months. The way this has progressed has been so disheartening that I'm, like, never going to be on the side of, like, a league. Like, I'm from a very, like, blue-collar town.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pro-union to my core.
Right.
Like, I just can't... I just can't believe this.
To me, especially thinking about how much NBA players make, there is almost no scenario... Like, thinking about, too, the Rebecca Lobo and the Sue Bird stuff, like, to me, there's almost no scenario where, like, these women can be seen as greedy. Like, I have to, like, think that the league is negotiating in good faith, but I just think it is, like, sexist to be like, oh, but when a woman is, like, you can only ask for so much before you're just being greedy. I'm sorry, these men's minimum salary is, like, $1 million. Like, what do we,
That's
like...
insane.
There's just no world to me where it's like they're asking for too much than what they're worth. Like, these are professional athletes.
Right. This is how I think I'll phrase it. It's like, I think that there's like 2 conversations that are happening in my mind, which is like, how disgusting is it that like certain people who play like professional sports are making $200 million for a season.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, so there's like that, which I
Which
know
is
a lot of
gross amount
people,
money.
I think a lot of people will disagree with me on that, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, so there's like that, which is like, it's insane that someone can make that much money for basketball, and like other people are living paycheck to paycheck. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then there's also the part of me that's like, if that
is
is the
the
pie,
That's
if
what I
that's the
mean.
standard, then these people are getting fucking screwed.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, if they're
It's-
doing it for
but-
the men, like,
Yeah.
then what are we talking about? But I agree. Like, I mean, nobody needs that much amount of
It's
money.
just
in their life.
it's like something that I struggle with in my head, and also like I just can't get over. You cannot ask someone else to send you a counter proposal without the relevant information to be able to do that.
Show me those stubs.
Right.
Seriously.
I need to know how much we're gonna make next year and how
Right.
much we made last year. Money aside. No, it's not money aside. I mean, it's all about money.
It's all about
It's all about money.
No, I agree. I mean, it's a gross amount of money. But also, I think at this point,
That those
for women's sports,
Yeah.
like, they have to at least get the proposal that they made where they scaled back, like, a
Yeah.
little bit. They
Yeah.
went down to, what was it, 27.5% for gross.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I don't think that they should take net over gross. Like, I think
No.
they should have a gross revenue
I agree
share
with that
Yeah.
100%.
You know, like, there's certain things that I feel like are important to the integrity of women's sports
Yes, yeah.
that they cannot compromise on.
Yeah, I agree.
I would take a gross sharing model that gets me less money over a net sharing model that gets me more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, that's
Yeah.
I've gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to prove a point.
Yeah.
It's the principle.
It's
like,
the
it's
pr-
literally
because
the
at
principle.
this point it's the principle.
It's the
of the
principle.
Well, because also I'm like, if they're not showing you their bank statements,
Right.
like, you don't even really know how
Yeah,
much
you
is
don't
coming out of the net for league
thing.
operations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
So
know?
that's my rationale.
Yeah.
I want I want a smaller piece of the bigger pie
Yeah.
because then you can negotiate to make that piece bigger,
right
like in the
as
future.
it grows.
Yeah.
Rather than-
exactly.
Whatever. But a
Um,
bigger piece of a smaller pie. Like
Yeah.
that's like how I feel about women's sports sometimes, especially when we talk. Oh my gosh, we need to end the episode. But like, you know, like the kiddie pool analogy. It's like we're all fighting in the kiddie pool, and the men are hanging out in
Yeah.
a hot tub
Yeah.
over
Yeah,
there.
right,
Like
right.
that's how I feel about the net versus gross
Yeah.
conversation.
Absolutely.
Well, March 10th.
March
We'll see if the agreement gets reached.
So soon.
It's so soon. I was like, oh, March 10th. But then I'm like, wait. Then it's March Madness. Then it's like everything else.
Draft, training camp,
Draft training camp. So I'm
extension
like,
drafts.
yeah, everything soon.
Training
Slowly
camp is
creeping up.
April 19th.
Yeah.
It's also my B-day.
Hey.
Wait, really?
We'll have a training camp
Okay,
party.
training camp birthday party.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
go.
It'll be
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll have a birthday party. Will it be training camp themed?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
We can make our own training camp for
Yeah,
kids.
exactly. That'll be the party. We'll be doing like drills and stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so
let's go.
fired. Yeah, we'll vlog that. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah,
Don't worry,
even,
don't worry.
Don't even.
I think the one thing we can say though is that this season is going to be probably like one of the most interesting seasons we've ever seen because
Yeah.
everything happening in preseason is so non-linear.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how are
It'll be
these
fun.
squads going to come
Yeah.
together?
I'm
Oh,
so
it'll
excited
be
to
fun.
find out.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It's going to be another record-breaking season. You can't stop the growth of women's sports. Like, even if you want to
Yes,
hate women,
Lucy!
you literally can't stop it. Yes!
All right,
Is that
we're
our
ending
cold
the-
open? That's going to be our cold open.
Yes!
Lucy's
We're ending
not
our
on.
rage pod on a really
On a really high note, and
Yeah, okay.
that's good. That's
There
good.
you go. There
That's
you
good.
go. Okay,
Till
bye.
next time.